Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with the Custom Knife Factory FIF20 here with me for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy. But hey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know down the comment down below what do you guys think about this collaboration here between the Custom Knife Factory and Philippe Georget, French knife maker. Let's quickly check the size of this blade. Is 3.5 inches with a handle length of 4.5 inches and an overall length of 8 inches. So pretty classic size. Let's check it out up against Ontario Rat number 1 and Rat number 2. Yeah, I mean, different classes because, yeah, but just to give you an idea of like Benchmade, bag out, and mini bag out. See, you're gonna see some nice titanium handles for the size comparison, like Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and Spyderco Para 3 are right here next to the FIF, and you can see the FIF is just falling in between these two categories. Let me show you another couple here. You got TRM, that's the atom, and here you see the neutron, and again you got a little bit more real estate for the atom, but definitely the FIF is smaller than the neutron. Let me show you just another couple. Titanium frame lock, which we have in the house, and we have Chris Reeve knives, large Sebenza 21 and small Sebenza 21, and the FIF is a little bit smaller than that, but definitely bigger than the small 21. Just another couple. From Holt Blade Works, you got to see the Spectre, and you got to see this haptic with some pretty cool shiny blade, liner lock, frame lock, yeah, a little bit smaller than the Spectre, but very cool, nice handle to blade ratio you see for this guy. The Spectre is a tad longer in the handle, but nonetheless, they are truly fantastic knives. And just because, you know, it's here, you can appreciate this real deal up against that. I'm gonna shoot like a separate video to make a comparison between the two. But here you have this thing, which is a titanium frame lock, a Custom Knife Factory, Russian company, and collaboration with the French knife maker Philippe Georget. Right over here, the logo. Beautiful knife. I mean, this is a nice edition of this classic FIF20 knife. Custom Knife Factory and Philippe Georget, they already collaborated before to make a couple version with the bolster in Damascus and Zirk, I guess, and carbon fiber scales. It was like a bolster lock, and now there's like a frame lock, full titanium scales. Fantastic design. It's a classic design. This guy is around $450, $500 in the secondary market, because I believe this has been sold out already, and it's a pretty cool variant for this knife. Look at that, nice stone washed titanium scales. You can actually see, if you just put the 4K option on, you can maybe see the milling lines on this industrial looking handle, which creates a nice contrast with the satin blade, nicely hand rubbed finish. I was saying, you know, this is a nice frame lock, very cool lines, classic flat and wide chamfers all around, diamond kind of like thing going on this diamond facets on the heel of the handle. You got this divot, of course. It's a front flipper. I mean, you can pinch it with two hands, but why? You just want to front flip it like that. Pretty cool looking blade, guys. I love this blade shape. Fantastic. It's just gorgeous. You got some internal skeletonization. Basically, the scales are like 2D milled. There's not like, this is just like a flat chamfer. There's no rounded corners, no reduced areas. This is like a 2D milling, except for this, you see, like it's nicely rounded off inside of this clip. You got chamfering also on the inside, which creates also, like with the chamfering on the backspacer, a nice set of grooves going on all around this area. Pretty cool indeed. There is a wide finger grooves which can allocate 2 fingers like very comfortably, and it's a very nice design, I have to say. Then you get, of course, a titanium stone washed backspacer. There is no linear hole option, as you can see from this perspective, and you get to see that the construction is also pretty straightforward. 1 pivot screw, T8, 2 handle screws, T6, you are done. The screws are screwing in right into the titanium on the lock side, so just pay extra attention when you put this thing back together not to strip the screws, because you're gonna be in trouble. Screws are not protruding, nicely recessed, not sticking out. You don't have a captive pivot, it is spinning, so make sure you got 2 screwdrivers on hand when you do the disassembly, when you take it down. But it's going to be pretty straightforward. By the way, you can also check my maintenance video if you're interested. You got a stainless steel lock face insert right over here, which is lacking actually a lock bar stabilizer. You don't even have the pocket clip that is saving you if you overextend this metal part. Just don't do it. The stainless steel lock face insert is screwed in from the outside, and it's serving like to reduce the lock stick from the titanium to the up against the steel. That's why it's steel up against steel, so that's a pretty good thing. And then I really like this area here. It's nicely done. You see the blade follows the contours of the scale, so when you hold your finger like over here in this position is particularly comfortable and not creating any hot spots, and that's very nice attention to the detail. You got let me see, I don't remember if this is ceramic. I think it's a ceramic detent ball. I don't remember on top of my head. Let me know in the comments if I'm making any mistakes, because I'm just going with what I know. Also I was saying, you know, titanium pocket clip is nicely done. Great retention, nice clip ramp. The stiffness is dialed in. It works pretty well in my case. It's titanium. It's tip-up carry only. It's not reversible. It's just gonna stay on this side. And then you got this pretty cool looking blade, absolutely functional, jimping, very fine, but with a good bite to it. You even have like the satin finish on the spine, and you get to see this swedge which has some vapor blast finish. Drop point, like 30% belly, straight edge up to the sharpening choil, hand rub satin finish, CKF logo and Philippe Georget logo on the back. Very subtle plunge grind which ascends up to the top to reveal a full flat grind for the blade with minimal billboarding going on. And what is like truly fantastic about the blade is that with the 0.14 stock thickness, you get a crazy thin edge over here. Look at that, 0.0. Sorry, let's do it here. 0.014. It's super slicey, guys. This is very nice indeed. And also you get this sound when deployed, and when you close it, it's beautiful. You have a little bit of whoosh of the bearings, and then closes in a very subtle, not percussive, not resounding way. When you open it up, it's a nice clack and nice clink when you close it. Clack and clink. Beautifully clickety-clackety sound. Let's check the weight for this guy. You got some internal skeletonization going on. You're gonna get 4.42 ounces for the overall weight of the knife, which is not too bad. What is very good is that the grip is fantastic. There's not really any hot spots because of the area over here. It's nicely rounded off. You have no sharp edges. Even if this point, if you squeeze it, it might get a little bit pointy, but it's nicely done, because for me it doesn't hurt. I don't know, maybe it's my hands, but it's good. You have the lock bar relief over here, so you see that you have a cutout, so you can easily access the lock bar to disengage it and just get it closed. You got some nice feel for the jimping. You have a beautiful solid feel for the handle because the backspacer is like reaching up to this height. Nothing is flexing. The structure is pretty rigid and solid in your hands. It's not like that slippery, but the texture is not too grippy. Fit and finish is classic for a CKF. I don't see any gaps, any misalignment. Everything is pretty flush, and also there's no rattling when closed, and of course there is no blade play whatsoever. They fixed the off-centered blades for the first batch of the bolster lock, and now everything is where it should be. There's a very good action on these ceramic ball bearings that is just bonkers, guys. Like, flies open like a rocket, disengage it like that, and boom, and glides shut. Very, very satisfying opening and closing action. Detent is on the strong side, but it's good. You got also like to open the knife, like you can do it with the thumb, you can do it with the index. Like I have big hands, so yeah, I tend to pinch on the. No, I can't. I tend to pinch on the lock bar with the index like that, but maybe if I hold it and cheat, it's gonna go. So you can still do it. It's a pretty almost flawless knife. I mean, I'm missing the detent ball wrap because sometimes it just, you see the blade just hits the detent and just hangs there. So that would be one thing that I would miss. I'm not a lanyard hole fan, so I don't miss that, but probably that would be the only thing. And maybe a little bit more milling to reduce a little bit more the weight, and just do the non-spinning pivot, and we're gonna have like a winner for sure in the hands. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.